So today we're going to talk about rib placement, and rib placement is important because if we think about the diaphragm, which is within the ribs, it sits as the top ball and the pelvis sits as the bottom ball. And if you have those balls facing each other, then everything is nice and stacked. And we use the word stacked quite a lot, and that's just basically meaning that everything's aligned. If your ribs and your pelvic ball are not stacked, you tend to find that they can spill out the front. They're not liable to spill out the back so much because we don't have that range of movement. But the difference in movement is if the pelvic balls are opening out the front, we get this big arch here and too much of a curve in the back. And so we just want to be able to bring those ribs back so that the top ball is directly facing over the bottom ball. And that gives us power, gives us strength, and that gives us stability. And that's why we keep talking about it. So in Pilates, whenever you hear about people saying connecting the ribs, this is what we're going to do now. So if we start off in that lovely rest position again, and our ribs are up here and our pelvis is down here. And if I have a big arch in my back, you can see that I'm bowing at the front and that there's no real connection around here. But if I ask my ribs just to connect into each other and align over the pelvis, then they come into a nice static position. And the easiest way for you to be able to feel that is taking your arms up overhead and just reach the arms towards the sky, so reaching the fingertips towards the sky, and just doing that a couple of times. And just by doing that, you'll activate the muscles that will connect the ribs. And then take your awareness to the area of the ribs. So if I think about the base of my ribs are here and the top of my pelvis is here, and I'm thinking about the connection is going to be connecting from this thumb down to this finger on both sides, but also knitting together a little bit. So we're going to be talking about connecting from here to here and also a little bit of knitting. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a go with that. So we've done the arms reaching up to the sky a couple of times. So this time I want you to be aware of here, and of here. So you're just going to reach the hands up and relax the shoulders back down. And can you feel everything just firms and tones a little bit? And almost like if you had a corset on the wrong way around, the strings would be being pulled at the front, so you just feel everything just coming together. Don't overthink this. All I want you just to do is fingertips towards the sky a couple of times and just see how it feels in this area here. Okay, another little thing that you can think about, because it's quite nice to have a couple of visuals. If you were in your 50s, you will remember chest expanders, and they were basically 3 big springs with handles at the end that people used for exercise. So imagine you've got one of the springs from here to the top of the pelvis and a spring from here to the top of the pelvis. And what you're just going to try and feel is those springs just contracting towards each other slightly. So tummy muscles are engaged down here, shoulders are nice and relaxed, and you're just going to think about connecting. So connecting from here to here, just a slight drawing down, almost like an energetic connection. Okay, we're not going to actually move too much. So if I go side on, I'm not actually doing this. What I'm just doing is connecting and just wrapping. So everything just feels stronger from here to here. Okay. And that is rib placement in a nutshell. It's basically just making sure that we feel stronger in the center here and connecting here to here and just a little bit of toning together. I hope that makes sense.